Okay? And so if you'll just keep looking up here as little children, I would like... I'm very honored, to say the least, to bring one of the new children up here. She's living a little bit ahead of her time, but not too far. And her teacher also, and her mother, and I'm going to let her mother introduce her to you, and then from there on in, she can, you'll see for yourself. So Emma, if you come up here. And this is Emma. And here.
Thank you very much. Thank you to Zúmbalo, because it has been very hard, and more in Mexico, because the mind is kind of close to believe. I'm sorry. It has been very, very hard since I had my 3 kids, because they were different. Because Dr. Altamirano, I knew him when they were very little, and I knew that they were things that my husband and I didn't understand. And thanks God, we could arrive to understand that our kids were different, and we really believe on them. And thanks God, they are right to be the human beings they are now. Guillermo, come here, please, because he started believing in this kind of kids in 1972. He developed the first girl in Mexico. When this happened, the NASA wanted to know about what was going on, and invite Dr. Altamirano and this little girl and the mom to make some tests in the United States. And that little girl, they put things with, electrical shocks, and this little girl was really, really hurt, and she decided not to do it anymore, because all these scientists didn't believe it. So it was very hard for him to start all this, but he continued, and nowadays in Mexico there are more than 1,000 kids like my kids. And we believe that if there is one kid like this, there will be more and more every day. So thank you, Guillermo. And thank you, Zúmbalo. And I want to introduce Inge. Come. She is 18 years old, and she started doing this since she was very, very little, like 5 years old. And I have another daughter. The IQ is very, very high, and in Mexico they wanted to put it in a special school. My husband didn't want to do it, because he prefers she grows up like a normal kid, having what all the kids have. But she's a special girl. Like the other day, a boy in a school, in a different school, talked about her. So she went to the school, wait for the guy, confront him and say, I know that you talk very bad about myself. And I think this is something that not many women can do, but I'm going to do it because I know I can do it. And he punched him in the face. And we had to pay the bill of the hospital because she broke his nose. I have a son that is 14 years old, and he's a racer car. Since he was 8, he raced his first race. It was a rally, Mexico, Cuernavaca, and he won. And I was very criticized because they said, how can I be able to put my son in that danger? But my mother taught me when I was getting married, and I was having this little pressure. When your kids are small, talk to them about God. When your kids grow up, talk to God about them. Thank you very much.
Well, first of all, I want to thank very much for all the support and inviting me here. Trumbalo and to Tom, all the support that they have gave me. And I want to thank everything that Guillermo has done to me, gave me, and I'm very nervous, sorry. And I want to thank my parents to believe in me and to all the time be there for me when I need that or I didn't need them. When I was sad or I was really happy, they were always there. So thank you, Mom, for the family that you have gave me, that not everybody has. I'm sorry. And before starting, I don't care. Before I wanted to prove when I started to do this. When I was like 9 years old, I had a presentation in front of like 2 or 3 doctors, scientific, and they put like coins and wet Kleenex and everything on my eyes, and they were like picking my eyes. And I wanted to prove everybody that this exists, and that I really can do it. But after that day, I decided that I didn't care who believed or not. It was enough for me to believe to myself that I can do it. So if someone believes, only one person, it's enough, because if one person believes, in some years, many people will do it. So thank you very much, and I hope so. Thank you very much, and we can start.
You got your mic. Is this mic now working? Just talk. It's on. You don't
Do you hear me?
Okay, go ahead. Do you want to bring someone up to check what you're having?
Yeah, whoever.
Is there somebody here that is a skeptic? Nobody wants to admit it. He's not one, but he wants to. He'll do this. She's going to just take Kleenex, and they're going to fold them up and put one in each of his eyes, and then wrap a thing around it, and for him to tell you if he could see anything. She wants you to know that she really can't see. They used to put tape around her eyes, but it hurts pulling it off.
You just put it in your eyes. You just put it in your eyes. And she's going to do this. Can you see something?
No.
Are you sure?
Can you see?
Try.
It's totally dark.
Okay, and even if you try to open your eyes, I think you can't.
That's correct.
Okay, so are you sure?
Yes.
Are you convinced that you can see?
It's totally dark, so there's no light coming in.
Okay.
Okay.
So
She's going to...
I cannot put the same clinics as him because everybody has bad energy, like not positive, because a lot of things, it doesn't matter. So that's why I'm using another clinics, because I have the open conducts. That's why I do it. So that's why she's folding another 2 clinics.
Well, you stay here if you want.
But I will put it.
It'll be okay.
Si no lo detienes. Ahí está bien.
Sí, para las 2.
¿Eh?
2 no.
Okay. Now, if, just at random, if about, let's see, I'd say about 6 people, I don't know, something like that, want to come up here with either a picture or something. Okay. Okay. I can just show this to you what it is, to the audience. I don't know, so you can see. I don't know if you can see what it is, but I don't want to say what it is, okay? And I'm just going to hand it to her. Just upside. Yeah, if you guys can just sit down. Just hold on now.
For the work I do, I have to have a respect for the photograph I'm looking at, because I cannot intimate the person that I'm looking at. It's something personal, and I can see everything about that person, so I want the person of this photograph to tell me what do you want me to say and what far can I get to.
First of all, describe the photograph and what it is.
It's like he's in a forest. Well, there's a lot of plants here. It's not a forest. Here it's a house, and here he's like in the garden or something, and he's in the middle of the plants, and he's a little boy with short hair up to here, like black, with a sweatshirt and black pants and some tennis shoes. And here in the back there's like a lake.
Can you tell me what his state of mind is?
What? Excuse me, I didn't hear you.
His state of mind?
He has had a very hard time in school because he's like really intelligent, but he doesn't like to demonstrate what he can do or his potential because he doesn't care. So sometimes he has very bad grades. He's a very smart kid. He has seen a lot of things that he cannot explain to himself, so he cannot explain them to other people. So if you want him to explain them to you, you have to sit down with a lot of confidence and ask him really, really calm about it, because he knows a lot of many things going on in his mind, and he's very bothered in school. He just have like 1 or 2 friends, and one is a girl and the other one is a boy, but when the other boy and all the school invites, or all the classroom invites the other boy to play soccer or football, he goes with the other guys instead of staying with him. And he's a very liberal kid, and he doesn't like, he likes very much being alone. He likes the trees, all the nature things. And he's very totally liberal, and he feels that because all the world that we're living in, he's like, he feels that he cannot be that liberal because he has been like stopped by his family, by the school, by many things. So when he's alone, and he can cry and he can shout and he can laugh about himself or the trees or the birds or whatever, he feels really happy, and it's one of the moments that he really is happy.
How can we help him with his heart?
Let him be himself.
Thank you.
There's a lot of pressure on him, so there's a lot of things that he's keeping for himself because he doesn't have the confidence to talk about them and take them out and say his problems, what he really thinks, because all the time is you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to go, you have to be on time, you have to put the sweater, if not you're going to be sick, or so he's like, he cannot talk, he feels that.
Does this feel right?
100%.
Okay. This one, it'd be hard to see what this is unless you look closely.
For example, one day when I first started to do this, I was like 14 years old, and a friend of mine comes to me and asked me if the girl that he liked was still virgin. And I said, "You're crazy. How can I tell you that? Like, it's her problem. Is if you want, ask her, but I'm not going to tell you." Like, like for example, when there's a girlfriend and a boyfriend, a partner, that the girlfriend or the boyfriend tells me or gives me the photograph of her girlfriend or the contrary, and tell me everything about her. So I have to see what can I tell him or not, and if I can tell him the things that I can tell him, if he can help her. If not, I cannot tell him everything that he wants to, because it's her life, it's not his. It's the labyrinth that it's like in white, has a stick here. In the back there's like water. It's very dry, the floor, it's very dry. In the back there are trees. And it has helped the labyrinth, that place, because that place doesn't have very good energy around, and it has happened a lot of things here. She could do a lot more things for herself and for people, but she's like with a door in front of her, that she doesn't let anybody pass through that door, and she doesn't let her feelings go out, like spread them out and really cry about something that she's heard, or when she was little, or she had a partner that she really loved and he went away and ¿cómo se dice? Engañó. He lied to her, and she really believed in him. When she felt another thing, she knew what was going to happen, and she never followed her feelings or what she thought. She said, no, here it is, and he's for me, and we're going to be happy. But he wasn't. He was a person that she thought, but she never heard her feelings really inside her, and she's very hurt for that. And before that, she had a door. Now she has like 3 more. So it's really difficult to follow something if she doesn't open, first of all, to herself, so she can open and follow what she needs to go to. You want me to tell you another thing? Did I answer your question? He's a guy, well, it's the pictures that they take like for school or in studio. He has blonde hair with a like brown t-shirt, and it's not necklace, it's like the black leather necklace with a silver thing in the middle, a little one. He had jeans and tennis shoes. What do you want me to tell him?
How can we serve him?
How?
His parents, how can we serve him?
How can he serve him?
How the parents can serve him.
To evolve.
To help him?
Yes.
The parents weren't there when he really needed them when he was little. Well, not little, like 3 or 5 years ago. So now it's like a revenge to them, what he's doing to them. You know, like, you didn't help me, now I'm going to do whatever I want. And he cares, but he's going too far because he's getting along with friends that they are not really good, and they are not really good relationships for him. And he's getting into the same things that they are, because he's not a bad boy. he learned about his house and how he was treated to tell lies, like he's sent to psychologists and everything, and he lies that he goes and he doesn't go, or he lies that he goes to school and he's not in school. He lost a girlfriend that he really loved because of the same thing, and he's also very hurt about it. She could do something for him, but the girl was also so hurt by him that she doesn't want to see him, and she could help her. And her mom could help him by talking with him, but with a lot of patience, and it's going to be very difficult. But what they didn't do years ago, if they really want to do something, they have to be patient with him and give him a lot of love and understand him a little bit, that it's not his fault, it's also their fault. And the psychologist and telling him that you have to do this and do that, it's not going to help at all. What he wants, he was very stopped all the time when he was little, so right now he's opened and he's doing whatever he wants to do. But right now he cannot have limits. He can be, instead of liberal, he can be more than liberal, go further than that. But with love and patience, her mom can do a lot. But if she really understands him and let him do whatever he wants to do, but with limits.
Is he an indigo child?
He's very smart, but he doesn't care about that right now. He's a very smart guy. I don't really know if but he has many predictions and dreams that next day he sees what he dreamed about, or things that he predicts about people and happen to that people. And he can make, when he tells, this is very dangerous, because he can, if he tells like that person is going to fall down, or that person is going to crash in her car or whatever, it can happen to that person, because everything is like a revenge to his parents, but he's only hurting himself and his parents. But he doesn't realize that right now. He's going to realize if someone doesn't talk to him and tell things how they are, he's not going to understand them until like 2 or 3 years.
Thank you.
Mami, si me das agua.
I couldn't hear that. What? Yes.
Well, the failure on our part that she mentioned 3 to 5 years ago, doesn't resonate, but if we failed, it probably wouldn't anyway. So it's cause to take a look at that and see, because he's definitely, the rest of what Inga said, it was right on. He doesn't have a girlfriend, though, not that we know of, anyway.
There's a girl that he really liked and everything, and she really loved him, but he hurt her a lot.
That sounds like him.
Maybe it wasn't her girlfriend, but they were like really good friends, and they were like boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay, we're going to go into another one. I know you can't all see this, but some of you can. There you go. Where'd that come from?
She's a little girl holding like a bar, a wood fence with a pumpkin. And there's a big, where you put the plants, a flower pot, but it's dry. Has like a big plant, but it's kind of dry. She's a very happy girl. She has a lot of friends. She enjoys herself being in her room by herself, doing nothing, closing her eyes and being in her bed and thinking or looking. Maybe she has like little stars that float in the dark, the ceiling of her, where she imagines them, and she loves that, just like looking at them.
What is her purpose in coming here to the planet now?
The microphone fell down. Falling down.
Oh, this part? Okay. It's all right. It can't go anywhere when
Okay.
when you stand up.
What is her purpose in life? She has to know it by herself. Something that I cannot tell you. Something that she has to go on in life, and she's not going to discover it until like she's like 13 or 15 years old. But in the meantime, she loves also to write. Like she has she does every day, and she writes it. And there's a very special thing for her, like a box or something, where she keeps photographs or very special things for her, or like things that she thinks that it's going to be very for luck for her. And it's on the side of her bed. In her night table is on top. It's like a little box. Or do you want me to tell you something else?
Unless there's something specifically that you feel I should know. I should say to everyone sitting there, she's 16 months old, and she doesn't really write, but she does get out
She
her magic markers, and she draws
it's in her
every day.
mind.
Yeah.
That was what I was going to tell you. That I saw her in the picture, and she was really little to write, but maybe in a further time, she's going to know what she did every day when she was little, and what she needs. It's a lot of support and to be very loved. She's very happy, and she loves life. She loves what she is. She doesn't have 16 months. She has a lot more.
Thank you.
It's like I looked at a 10-year-old girl instead of a 16-month girl.
Okay, we're only going to be able to take maybe 2 more. And so let me have this one here. Yes?
I would like to do one, but just to describe it.
Okay.
But at the end, just to describe it, not to talk about what the person...
Just to describe it.
Yes. A big one, if someone has...
Or if somebody has a
Or
big
a
one?
magazine or whatever.
Okay. This one here. Just...
It's a little baby. He's like asleep in a pillow, in a white pillow. He's wrapped. He's with black hair. What do you want me to tell her?
Does she have human DNA, or is she an indigo child? Or?
She's going to have a very hard time in school later on, because she is not like, and you maybe have noticed that she wants to be the best in the whatever she does. If she plays or she touches something, she wants to do it right. If not, she cries. And she has another type of things, but like for school, she's not going to be really good. And she wants to be good like in everything she does, but you cannot be good in everything you do. You have to have some errors. But you cannot be a perfect person.
Is there a special interest or hobby that she will be involved with?
She's going to be very attracted to all the like spiritual or psychic things, but she's not going to develop it until she's older, because of her friends. Because she's going to be a lot that what her friends do is what she wants to do. Like she always wants to be in group with having fun, and she doesn't like to be alone. So she's going like to discover it later on when she has more, she's going to be more mature.
This is going to be the last one, and then her mom is going to do something. I'm not exactly sure what. Oh yeah. Well, the last one was this. Okay. And this one. Okay. There you go.
Well, it's inside the house. He's holding the telephone, and he has a boy holding. He's like his older brother. Or they get along very well, that they are like brothers. What do you want me to tell you about the picture? About
anything you feel, anything you want to tell me.
He's a very independent boy, and he wants to do a lot of things that sometimes they don't let him to do. In school, in his house, with his grandparents. And the only person that he feels that he feels that understands him is her mom, more than everyone, and himself. And he loves him very much, but he doesn't feel that he understands him the way he wants to. It's like a newspaper.
And she's going to read now the newspaper with her foot, with her shoe on.
There's a lot of flowers here, and here's white letters that it says adventure on the top. There are red letters that says Colorado, and there's like a ¿cómo se dice? The star, no, cohetes, the things that are fireworks. This one is another newspaper. This one is another newspaper, and she's like lying down like that with a white t-shirt, and the coast of Y2K, the girl in the picture.
This is very complex.
It's like the style of the Jewish Star of David. It has like a lot of lines and circles around it. Here there are letters explaining what it is here, and the little circles on the point of each where the star ends, and in the middle it's a big one with little signs around it. There's triangles all over and different colors, and the page is white.
Okay.
That's it?
Yeah, you can take it off. I think you can all see this is real. It's not happening here, it's happening all over the world now. And thank you, Inga. That was really good. Thank you.
Believing on me that it's very difficult right now that people does it.
It's going to get easier. Can you imagine how hard it would be to have a boyfriend when you know everything he's thinking? But you realize we're coming to a time where there's not going to be any secrets. None. Everything will be exposed on every level of existence. And that's just the way it's going to be. And but this is a good thing. Because the secrecy and all the hidden stuff that's in ourselves, it doesn't serve any purpose but the ego. And it ends up just creating wars and all the other things and disease and everything else. This is about to end. And it's going to be the children of the world that are going to do this. Do you have one more thing you want to say?
I just want to say that these kids, because we have a lot of Mexico, they can, with a picture, for example, my sister-in-law was in Houston with cancer in the breast. It was with a lot of pain, and my mother-in-law called me. We were in Mexico, and Inge just put the hand in the picture, and the pain was gone and never come back. So these kids can detect cancer by color before the cancer is there. And the kids even can help the people with a picture even when the person is far away with pain or detect sickness before they are there.
Yeah, they're doing the similarities between what I've seen them doing in Mexico and what they're doing in China is so much the same. It's pretty obvious that it's not just a phenomena that's local. It's spread out around the world. This is also going on in Japan that we know of too. I really think it's associated with the planet itself is just like a big brain, and you have the Western world and the Eastern world, and the Western world is very technological, and the Eastern side is different. It's more feminine in its nature, and it's the feminine aspect that is developing the psychic powers faster, and it's the masculine side that is developing the indigo types that are the technological genius wizards. And Mexico, though, is an interesting place in the world because if you believe Carole King, who was the first person, Carolyn King, I think it is, who was the first person to realize that the topographical surface of your body corresponds to the surface of the earth. That there's a place, every place in your body actually is like Italy's here and different places, and it's all there. And there's many people who can predict earthquakes because they can feel the feelings in a certain place, and they know what's about to happen somewhere else in the world. And she was the first person in the world ever to realize this. And underneath the left breast, in the side over here, entered in under here, coming in directly through there, is a particular place in Mexico. It's a mountain called Popo, which is sitting on the 19.5 southern latitude of the planet Earth, and it happens to be the heart of the world. And so it's no surprise to me that the psychic energies would begin to happen in Mexico, because it isn't the right brain, it's literally the heart. Okay, I hope this helped, so you can see what is about to come, what is actually not just about to come, it is happening. And the thing is that you can do all of these things that these children can do. And you can do anything if you just open your heart, you feel compassion, you begin to realize that all things are interconnected. And by doing so, you can change your DNA along with them, and your whole life can totally accelerate if you simply allow it to be. I really believe this. And or I wouldn't be standing up here going through all this. And we're going to take a break right now, and when we come back, we're going to explore a couple other ways that we can do to follow what the children are doing. Okay, thank you.